here as Emily's individual evaluator. First, I would like to say thank you and congratulate for giving us such a good and well-structured speech. And first, I would like to say, maybe a few days ago when I received the agenda, I was like, and when I saw the topic, I was like, whoa, that's a very general and profound topic, because a happier life, that can be anything. So it's a very wide, very general topic, but I think you handle it pretty well. First, you start with a question, and it's a nice way to catch attention from the audience. And then you follow by a statement from Harvard University, from a research. So I think that's a very good way to open a speech. And then you share some of your own story, some of your life, your friends, your families with us. And an appropriate self-reveal is good to narrow the gap between the audience and the speakers. So I think at that point, you are like just a friend of us, despite it's our first time to be here, but we are like very familiar with you, so it's easier for us to keep up with your speech. And then you did something quite unique. You share some photo with us, and no one has ever done that before in my club. So I think that's a very interesting way, because those photos represent an aspect of your life, and you share some story, you share the life with us, and so they help us to understand what's your image towards a happier life, which link back to the topic. So I think that's really good. But even the greatest masterpiece has something to be improved. So here are some humble suggestions to that, something I think you can work on. First, I think you can have more eye contact with the audience, because it's very easy to lose track on what the speaker is saying if you don't have eye contact with them. So first, I think you can have more eye contact and use gesture. They will increase your comfort level. You will feel more confidence on stage. And I think that's very important. And then I think you need to add some bridge for every fragile part, because like each part of your story is independent, but they are not connected. So I think if you can add some bridges, and you'll make your speech more linear rather than just fragile parts, and they'll help your structure. They'll improve your speech in terms of structure and balance. And the last one, I think you can the start, as I mentioned, is really good. You start with a question, but it can be more powerful, because like you walk on stage, then you just suddenly start. So maybe you can prepare yourself a bit, then give a more powerful start. And that's my suggestion of this session. Thank you.